All right. Welcome back to match 3 here, guys. I think we got paired up against the same opponent as match 2. But knowing that, do we keep? I think in the dark we keep a hand like this. Opponent keeps a 7-land hand. Wooded Foothills. We'll lead on Flooded Strand in case our opponent tries to go turn to Tarmogoyf or something of that nature. Obviously, drawing land was not ideal that turn. I think from here on out, we really want to just draw spells. We just want to have a large density of spells in our hand. Sacred Foundry. Interesting. Looks like it's the same opponent, different deck, so maybe they're testing a bunch of different things. All right. I think Spell Snare. Ooh, this is Mardu. This is Mardu Pyromancer? Yeah, we're nabbing that. That's a goner. Heck no. Get out of here, buddy. Alright. Serum. Great draw. Gives us something to do with our mana this turn. Yeah, I think I keep Spreading Seas on top. Play a Colonnade. Yeah, so we got a good curve going here for the next few couple turns. I think the issue with Rune Halo is there's not much to hit. Their deck is very go wide. We could hit Reveler, Bedlam Reveler, Lingering Souls. All right, so they already got Lingering Souls online. We can't name Spirit, unfortunately. So the question is, what do we want to cut them off of? We could cut them off of white, or we could cut them off of black. Let's cut them off of white. Double Rune Halo here. Let's go ahead and get that Temple Guard in play. So hopefully they don't Blood Moon us, because then I kind of would have wanted to save that Spreading Seas. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Take a look at our hand. I think it's a pretty good hand. I think we can definitely beat 2 Spirit tokens. Yeah, we can easily beat 2 Spirit tokens in this position here. Let's see if our opponent has like a second main Pyromancer, because that would be pretty rough for us. All right, nothing. Glittering Wish. Okay, I'm gonna save that for a turn where I can really use it. Here we can just start keeping up Cryptic Command and, play it out from here and see how it goes. Lightning Bolt face, fine, go ahead. I'll take it. I think we can win this game. Bolt, what's 1, 2, 3. So if they go land, they can cast Reveler. Obviously we have Cryptic Command. I'm not gonna do anything pre-combat here. I'm going to wait until their second main phase or end step before I cast one of these Cryptic Commands. If they do nothing here, I will probably bounce one of the spirits and draw a card, just to preserve life total, maintain tempo. Rune Halo obviously feels pretty bad here. They do know about this double Cryptic Command, so they are in a bit of a pickle. Return target permanent to its owner's hand, draw a card. They could like push a spirit to deny us a draw. That would be kind of like a counter, but obviously they still lose a spirit. Okay, command, return, target player discards a card. I think I'll discard Rune Halo. I don't think Rune Halo is where we want to be this match. They have so many redundant threats that it's a bit of a pain. I'm kind of like looking for, I think, Dragonlord. They do play Terminate, so maybe Sigarda, like on turn 7 if we hit all of our land drops. Sigarda seems to be like a pretty good wish target. I don't want to expose her to like Thoughtseize effects. Obviously, I'll just take the 1 here. There's no reason to make any hasty plays. Alternatively, we could just get it next turn. Thoughtseize, huh? Yeah, I think Thoughtseize is definitely counterable. Counter target spell, draw a card. They get to, I guess, slam Young Pyromancer here. Yep. Interesting. Great. That's. I think everything is more or less going according to plan here. Just gonna start there. Young Pyromancer in the exile zone, much better than anywhere else. And then we have a stop on their draw step. We can play this Vendilion Click. Hopefully nab like a Reveler or something here. Obviously, if they might have more than one Reveler, which is why they discarded it to Faithless Looting. Alternatively, they could just have like K Command here. Reveler, yeah, I think I'll take the Reveler. So that leaves them with let's snip their hand here. We'll take the Reveler because they can cast it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can cast it for 3. That's just free value. So we'll take the Reveler, leave them with looting, terminate. Yeah, I like this. So don't know about looting anymore. Discard Helix and Blackleaf Cliff. So we still know about terminate. What's nice here is that if they drew another Bedlam Reveler, they can't terminate and cast it this turn. So instead, they're just going to go for the value plays. Just sculpt their hand, take a turn off here. Sure. Let's see. So Helix and Souls into the graveyard. Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize is pretty good, but we have 2 fantastic cards in our hand. They take Snapcaster Mage. I guess that's the more threatening one. Do we block here? Oh, they're not even attacking. All right. So what can we wish for? Take a look at the deck again. We can wish for Kitchen Finks, Dragonlord Dramoka, Sigarda. That would expose them. Dragonlord Dramoka just seems so powerful here, but again, they are sitting on a terminate. The fact that they are sitting on a terminate makes me want to trade here. Yeah, I think I want to trade here. Okay. And I think we want a Glittering Wish right now. In the case that we don't draw land, yes, this exposes Sigarda to hand disruption, but if we do land Sigarda, she's going to be rather insane on this board. All right, here, if they find a Thoughtseize, we're going to be a little upset, but not too upset. Burst Lightning, terminate, land. Is it a Liliana of the Veil? Blood Moon? Oh. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's a Blood Moon. Oh, not even a Basic Plains going right now. Did we even have an opportunity to fetch Basic Plains? No, we saw one fetch this game. Yeah. This feels like one of those games where, like, I think they only play 1 to 2 Blood Moon, so that's really unfortunate. If we can find a white source, we can desphere the Blood Moon and then still have a chance at winning this game. But it seems like our opponent hit the perfect 2 cards off of. Yeah, that's rough. Do we play the Naked Snapcaster Mage here? I don't think so, because Island lets us at least snap Serum Visions. Oh, Reveler. Jeez, these are nut draws right now. Like the best possible draws in their deck. Yep. We can Spreading Seas ourselves. Alright, so I guess we're getting Snapcaster in there and blocking Bedlam Reveler. I'm gonna have a hard time imagining that we're alive here, though. If we hit now, yeah, if we hit Plains, then we're okay. I wouldn't say okay. We just okay. Go down to 5. It's in bolt range, but obviously we'll flash in Snapcaster Mage here. In case something happens to that Blood Moon, we'll go ahead and concede. They had the Lightning Bolt anyways. Alright, we're dead. That's a bummer. Okay, rest in peace in, purge in. I think we keep 1 verdict for the Glittering Wish. Sundering Growth, again, because we can't Glittering Wish at instant speed, I think this is a card we bring in simply for Blood Moon. I like Desphere in the sideboard. Alright, I do like so Purge, Rest in Peace. With Rest in Peace, we can probably cut. I didn't like Ruin Halos at all this game. I don't think Ruin Halos is where we want to be for this matchup. Again, keep 1 verdict, keep a Sundering Growth. I guess we could bring in Negate, but I don't think we need Negate. They have a lot of hand disruption. If they're going to force out a Moon, they're going to force it out. We can maybe bring in 1 Kitchen Finks. Oh, excuse me, guys. Bring in 1 Kitchen Finks. Maybe cut 1 Path to Exile. Yeah, I like that. Alright. I really think we could have won that game. I'm not sure. Maybe I should have wished earlier, not giving them the opportunity to be able to slam a Blood Moon. Maybe I played too conservatively. But again, the latest lists I've seen of Mardu Pyromancer have usually been playing 1 Blood Moon main, 2 in the side. So I don't necessarily think we played anything wrong there. We have basics, though. Actually, yeah, that's a keep. I was like, oh, no fetches, but it's just 2 basics, so I guess I'll take it. Can't quite cast Cryptic yet. Inquisition. Yeah, there goes our Spreading Seas, unfortunately. And also, Settle the Wreckage in our opener kind of kills the surprise factor of it all. We'll play this Flooded Strand, though. Question is, do I get a green off of it? Young Peasy, okay. Sure. I think we just hold it for now. Alright, we found a green source, so I kind of do want to get a just a basic island off of it. And this Field of Ruin can let us get a second Plains. So they know 4 of the 5 cards in our hand. If they go for an Inquisition here, that's pretty gutsy. Could just be a Monastery Swiftspear. No, not Swiftspear, so. Maybe they had like a Faithless Looting. Alright. For now, we take the 2. Make sure we're not auto-yielding. That went by pretty fast. Key command, Blood Moon. Okay. We are giving them black mana, but there's a good chance that they have black mana already. And obviously, we're cut off green from this game currently. Which is a shame. It's a darn shame. That is perfect draws. Perfect draws. Okay. Question is, can we beat a Blood Moon this game? I'm not sure. It would require some good draws, but we have double blue, double white. We can cast most of the things in our deck at this point. Given the opportunity, will I settle the wreckage this young Pyromancer? I think so. There's also a chance that they won't give us the opportunity to do that. Alright, Lingering Souls in the yard. Sure. Yep. I have a hard time, I have a hard time imagining they'll play into this settle. They might just hold back young Pyromancer because they know about it. I think I do settle this. Okay, they don't even give me the opportunity to do so. Gideon, huh? Gideon just dies, doesn't he? So I'll play out an island in the hopes of drawing another island so we can Cryptic Command. Yeah, Gideon just ticks up and dies. So maybe we can... Wow, it's pretty good. That's another creature on the board. We'll see what kind of attacks he gives me here. He or she, they. Yeah, I'll let them get some basics out of their deck here. Oh, wow, 1 mountain left? Interesting. Path to Exile. Huh. Yeah, our opponent's got a pretty good... If I knew I was drawing Path to Exile, maybe I think I still settle there just to also preserve life. But getting Pyromancer off the board here is really important. Hopefully they don't have, like, another burn spell. Yeah. Blood Moon is doing some serious work this game. I don't know if they know about either one. We could, like, Gideon Emblem next turn, I guess. Or no, we can still Gideon tick up on one of them if they don't have another threat. I find that unlikely. They also have a Faithless Looting in the yard, so they can find another threat pretty easily. The reason I didn't like upkeep or draw it, or they were gonna get a trigger no matter what we do, really. Ah, jeez. Oh, come on. One time. Dealer, one time. Like, even a Kitchen Finks wouldn't be the worst thing in the world here. But I know we're gonna draw, like, Fetch Land. Serum Visions, alright. I've seen worse. We're probably dead, though. Is Serum Visions at this point better than a blind draw? No, because we don't have that kind of time. Yeah, oh god, this Blood Moon is a beating. Blood Moon is a beating. I don't think we can beat Blood Moon here. Yeah. Take 4, go down to 1. Any burn spell kills us. My bet is they have one. It's pretty likely. This is the worst position where, like, a Supreme Verdict doesn't even save us here. Unless our opponent completely overextends. And we do Supreme Visions anyway, so we'll cast it, obviously. Oh, deck. Why are you doing this to me? Yeah, that's game. Alright, guys. It's kind of a bad way to close things out, but that is the power of Blood Moon in Modern. And something to be conscious, especially when you're splashing a third color. You do get a bit weaker to these 3-color or these greedy mana base hate cards like Blood Moon and things like that, like Ghost Quarter, as we saw in the first match against Green White Value Town. Anyways, I'm about to concede here. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and stay tuned for the closing statements here with UWish Control. I'll see you guys soon. All right, guys, welcome back to the closing statements here with UWish Control. We played against 3 pretty good decks. We played against Green White Value Company. We played against 4-color Death Shadow, and we played against Mardu Pyromancer. So those are all, I would say, pretty competitive decks. They can do a lot of powerful things. I don't know if like we can like, this is very results oriented thinking. So let's you saw 3 matches of basically how the deck plays, some of the lines you can take. I would not say that the performance of the deck in these 3 matches are necessarily how it's going to perform in every match. I do think there's still some room to be made in regards to an optimal list. But overall, like, I did enjoy how the deck played out. I think the mana is a little tricky. Having Breeding Pool and Temple Garden as your only like fetchable green sources, obviously you can't go more than that. It's a tiny splash. But the fact that Glittering Wish is a 2-mana card means that there are times where you might want to play it early, get it out of your hand, use it, which means you have to shock yourself if you even found that fetch land, right? So it's weird because most 3-color decks play, 8, sometimes 9, 10 fetches, right? We're playing 6. So the chances of us finding that green source are slimmer than most 3-color decks. So to say that the mana base is consistent, it's hard to say that. So overall, I think there could be some work to be done there. Maybe Field of Ruin is just too greedy in this strategy. Maybe we should cut that for like more fetches. I'm not sure though, because Field of Ruin is just so powerful. It's one of those cards that's really hard to pass up. Alternatively, like the lack of fetches, as well as basics, as you saw, hurt us against Blood Moon. Like, I feel like blue white in general doesn't hurt that much against Blood Moon. Like, yeah, it can get us in some tricky spots. But I feel like that first game I shouldn't have lost if I was straight blue white. So I don't know. Maybe I'm comparing it too much to blue white control. Obviously, they have their weaknesses and their strengths. Let's talk about some of the strengths. The fact that we can Glittering Wish for Verdict was really, really nice against Green White. It got a little bit harder to do that against Death Shadow, because not only do they play Stubborn Denial, they can Stubborn Denial your Glittering Wish. So you might not even get the opportunity to Supreme Verdict. So Glittering Wish almost feels like a verdict that can be stubbed in the Death Shadow matchup. With that said, you obviously have more copies of it, right? You have 5 copies essentially of Verdict instead of 3 or sometimes 4. So technically you do have a chance of seeing it more, but it does expose the copies that you run to Stubborn Denial more often. And I don't know exactly the numbers on that. Like, what are the probabilities? Which one's better? I have no idea. But the point is that Death Shadow is not going anywhere anytime soon, and Supreme Verdict is one of your best cards against them. So trimming down to 2 in a matchup like this seems a bit risky, especially, to me, I think it's very risky. Overall, the fact that you can fetch up Sigarda, Dragonlord, Dramoka, I mean, like, those are good ideas in theory, but it seems very hard to pull off. Timing that so you can do that on time without being disrupted, without losing that surprise factor, I think it's really difficult to do. And then it also strains your sideboard. I feel like there's a lot of times where I didn't know what I wanted to bring in, what I wanted to take out. In regards to Glittering Wish, do you keep Glittering Wishes in, or do you take them out? I don't know. So it could be that the skill level of the deck is a bit higher than I currently have experience with the deck. Maybe you just require more reps, learn the ins and outs of certain matchups. I think this is one of those matchups where like constructing your sideboard is arguably just as important as constructing your main deck. That's not necessarily the case for a lot of decks. For this one, it really is. I don't know. I definitely liked having the option of Sigarda and Dragonlord Jamoka, but it just seems like making that play on like turn 4 or turn 7 or turn 5, like it just seems slow. Like the power is there. I think time is this deck's worst enemy. And I'm just not sure that it can keep up with some of the really fast decks in the format. But that said, I think it definitely has a lot of power against some of the more mid-range matchups. As you saw, when you do have time to Glittering Wish into whatever you want, it's so powerful against Green-White Company. So if the metagame shifts more towards like Jund, Abzan, even like Etron, I would say like Glittering Wish is pretty good against Etron, aside from like Chalice on 2. Those are kind of matchups where, games go long and you can actually fetch up some of these like silver bullets. So I don't know. Again, might just take a bit more experience than I have with the build, but that's what I think about the deck. I enjoyed playing it, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought about the deck. Overall, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool, and I think it has a lot of potential. A lot of potential to move forward. Yep. So thanks so much for watching, guys. And I don't know what the next video I'm going to do is, but it might not be soon, probably because finals are coming up, but who knows, I will probably procrastinate a little bit and get you guys another video sometime soon. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.